Alright, chat. We are back for another fight I am probably unprepared for, but it's a double battle. We've got a double battle, the first of two, since Berg is also a double battle. Now, I don't actually know if I need to do this fight, but if we win this fight, we get a Victini, and that's pretty cool. I've got, like, this fight could either be literally buttery smooth. Like, it could be super simple, it could be super clean, or it could be really scary. And we're just gonna kind of have to see how it goes. There's a decent amount of luck required, and maybe there was a better strategy I had here, but like, I just kind of went. I'm realizing something. I'm actually realizing something very, very critical. Okay, no, we're good. Loudred's slow. I was about to have to end the recording and rebuild my team because I was banking my whole strategy on Breloom being faster than Loudred, but it is, which is cool. Now, if that doesn't show you how, like, kind of all over the place I am for this fight, but that's just kind of how it is with double battles for me, and, like, I could be better prepped. And, like, maybe I should prep better, but I don't know. We've been lucky thus far in this run, and we're just gonna hope it keeps going. I'm kind of fine stacking some Pokemon here. I think Victini's worthwhile, and I've got some Pokemon that like Watchog is probably not super useful for Berg, and after Berg it's also probably not going to be super useful, so we're gonna kind of see how it goes. Our cap is 29, so if any of these Pokemon over level, we're in some scary waters, but the extra 2 levels I think are going to help us a lot here. And we're going to hope for a couple things. Like, honestly, if the first turn goes the way I want it to go, I think the game is over. Like, I think if the first turn and, like, the Pokemon that switches in goes the way we want it to go, I think we have the bag. Like, I think we got it down. But I'm kind of excited because I figured out the strategy and I was like, this is actually really good. Loudred and Bouffalant. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp Bouffalant. It's 85% accurate. Most of the time, that lands. Even if it doesn't land, though, we're still not absolutely cooked. So let's see the land. Beautiful. Great start. Great start. Great start. Wake Up Slap. This should kill Loudred. Just 100%. This is EV Light Loudred, but it doesn't really matter. It's dead. Beautiful. Good start. That is exactly what we want to see. Now, what we want to see here is a Shed Ninja switch-in. We want to see Zen Headbutt? Revenge. That's fine. Into Breloom. Into Breloom. Into Breloom. Into Breloom. Okay. Easy, though. Absolutely free. Shed Ninja. Oh, and you guys are about to see... Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Remember when I said the strategy could be buttery smooth? Watch this. This Shed Ninja is Focus Sash, but I have one of the only strategies in the game that bypasses Focus Sash. I believe Burn, Poison, Weather, or Rocks would bypass it, but Flame Burst does as well. But instead of killing this Bouffalant, we're just going to let it sit there. Flame Burst comes out. This will do good damage. And Shed Ninja dies. And then guess what? We outspeed and we charm. This thing is basically -4. Sitting on the field doing nothing. Head charge. Okay. A crit here would kill me. But he doesn't get it. Like, he just doesn't get it. He's not that good. Okay. This is where situation... Actually... I can just risk crit here. I can just risk crit. As long as Bouffalant doesn't crit me, Flame Wheel plus Wake Up Slap should kill Blossom. I'm pretty sure we figured this out. Wake Up Slap does 38. That's my attack. Flame Wheel does 63. I outspeed. And again... Magmar is absolutely only dead to crit here from Bouffalant. This thing is burned. It is -2. Head charge would kill me with a crit. but like I think I'm kind of fine to risk that here, since we can just pick up a KO on Blossom. We just crit. Oh my god. Which means we're just gonna kill Buffon right here. This is getting a little scary for XP. I won't lie. Because I really don't want Magmar to overlevel. But I think we're fine. We have an EXP share in the back, which exact purpose was to make sure that these Pokemon wouldn't overlevel. Okay. Magmar's probably dead. But like, I think this thing is free to come in at this point. And there's no real reason to risk Psybeam crit, which would almost definitely kill me here. Breloom, Dazzling Gleam actually. Psybeam crit would kill. Yeah. Psybeam could kill straight up, since my actual calcs aren't in there. So we're gonna go Watchog. That was crazy, by the way. Those two Pokemon just KO'd 4. The crit on Blossom was lucky, but even then. Okay. Okay. And one of the things that I always say too, that is kind of reflected in that Blossom situation, is that like anytime you get crit, there's often like any chance that you have to get crit, which is like a 6.25% chance. It's a 1 in 16 in this game. You have a chance to crit them as well, and that was kind of the example there. Is like we risked the Buffon crit, but the crit chances kind of canceled out, which is what we got. I'm going to Spore. This thing is a fairy type in this game, so Leech Life is actually not that good. And we're just going to Strength. Should do good damage. Nice. Dazzling Gleam. Because it's spread damage, I know it's +1. But I don't think we were dead to crit there. Spore is guaranteed accurate. You get 1 guaranteed turn of sleep. And that should be the game. We're just going to go Leech Life. It's pretty easy. We're going to click Strength again. And I think that should just about wrap it up. Give a parry. Okay, actually, no, we're fine. Because Strength should kill from here. Yeah, Strength kills. Strength kills for sure. Just in case it doesn't, I'll click Rage Powder. Even though Dazzling Gleam would potentially kill me. But Strength should kill here. And that, my friends, is how to do the easy double battle. Even if, right, worst case would have been we missed Burn, and then Head Charge had about a 20% chance to kill me, to kill Magmar. We didn't get level 30 on Magmar, by the way, which is so big for Berg. Wow, that was easy. That was shockingly easy. Yeah, so like there was a couple really lucky things that happened there. Actually, a lot of really lucky things, right? If we had missed Burn, we had a 20% chance to lose Magmar in the spot to Buffon Head Charge, and then that would have created problems because I wouldn't have... I mean, that wouldn't have created problems if Shedinja came in. That really would have created problems if Bellossom came in, and I genuinely don't really know what I would have done. I think my play would have been at that point, like, they should both target into Magmar, so I would have switched it to Watchog, potentially sack Watchog, and then start charming the Buffon. And then kind of continue playing. But, right, the situation of that happening, right, it was basically a 15% chance to miss into a 20% chance to kill Magmar would have been bad. A 15% chance to miss into a 50% chance for Blossom to come in, so about a 7.5% chance for us to miss Burn and then for Blossom to switch in. The reason I was kind of unprepped is because there were so many different ways that turn 1 could have gone, right? Depending on if we land Will-O-Wisp, depending on who Buffon attacks, depending on if Buffon hits a roll, and depending on if Buffon crits me, and then depending on who switches in, right, it all matters, right? Shedinja coming in at the time it did made that really easy. But also, like, Buffon clicked Revenge, which meant we were actually never dead to anything, even if we did miss the Burn, and I probably could have just clicked that move again. But I actually also think that Flame Burst, because this was Wise Glasses, and this was Muscle Band. Also, my poison was healed, wasn't it? Interesting. Because I did intentionally pre-poison my Breloom, because I had Poison Heal. And that was totally healed. Very interesting to keep in mind. Very, very interesting to keep in mind. Okay. Well, I've got to catch this Victini. But yeah, like, ultimately we did get really lucky. But, like, the luckiest thing that happened was the Will-O-Wisp land, I think. Like, that was the most impactful thing. Because kind of no matter what happened after that, I could have played. Worst case would have been Will-O-Wisp misses and then Blossom comes in. The second luckiest thing that I think happened was the fact that Shedinja came in instead of Blossom, because that allowed us to abuse Flame Burst and completely bypass Focus Sash, like, just a really good strategy. Like, dude, when I realized that, like, that was a genuine likely situation of happening, like, I could KO Loudred turn 1, burn Bouffalant turn 1, and then KO Shedinja and Bouffalant turn 3. Like, I could have done that, right? I clicked Charm, but I could have Flame Bursted and then Wake Up Slapped, and I was like, oh my god, I could pick up 3 KOs in 2 turns with taking, like, minimal damage, right? So I was like, that's kind of crazy. And as soon as I saw that strategy, I just kind of went with it, and I was like, I'll bring Pokemon that are, 1, kind of expendable, but 2 are also just like, right, these 3 are fully evolved Pokemon. They're fully evolved Pokemon that have decent bulk, that have decently high base power stab, right? Both of them have strength. This thing has Fire Fang, which is good coverage against, like, Blossom. This thing has Leech Life, and Bullet Seed, and Spore, and Rage Powder, an amazing moveset. So it's just like, these are fully evolved Pokemon, they're kind of expendable, they have good stab. So, kind of the basis was get rid of 2, or ideally 3 Pokemon, which we actually got rid of 4 Pokemon with these 2, and then let everybody else clean up. And that's what happened. So, I will no longer delay this, but Berg is next. Our encounters, I guess I didn't say this, were kind of mid. We got Eradicate, which might actually be good for Berg, but was probably like one of the worst encounters in the sewers. We got Parasect, which I think was a pretty bad encounter too. We did get Darumaka, which is really good, especially later in the game. Darmanitan is crazy. I still can get one of the Gen 2 starters, and then I'm going to get Victini now. And then I got a Jigglypuff, which was rare, but not that good. If it had Friend Guard, I think would have been crazy, but unfortunately no Friend Guard. So, I'll see you guys next time for Berg, who I honestly am thinking is going to be pretty chill. If we have Victini, if we have, I mean, I think Eradicate has good potential. We could have one of the Gen 2 starters. We're going to have potentially Darumaka, Pansear. I could have a Nidoking. That's the other problem, is I have to choose between Nidoking, Simisear, and Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff? Yeah. Before the next gym. And I think I'm going to go Nidoking, but we'll figure that out later. Right now, I got a Victini to catch, and I'll catch you guys for Berg.